Hello, hello. I am Shanta Grimes. This is Ninja Writers, and I am going live just for a few minutes because I wanted to give you a little preview of some of the stuff that I'm going to have in my very first ever YouTube live sale today. I hope that I am audible here. Can you check on your phone and make sure you can hear me? Maybe go in the other room. Anyway, I want to show you some of the stuff. So what I've got for today is, oh my God, look. Piles. Look at, I think I prepared for like, I don't know, a month worth of live sales, but we will not run out of stuff. I'm going to be live. Hi guys. Yay. Hi. Okay, cool. Yay. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Carla. So I'm going to be, I just wanted to do a short preview. Ninja Writers in particular may not know how to do a auction, or not an auction or a live sale. So I wanted to make sure you know, you need to register. So if you look in the description below, you will see information on how to do that. There's an email address. It's ninjawritersshop@gmail.com. It's in the description, so you get it right. Send me your YouTube name, your real name, your address, and your email address for PayPal so that I can send you your junk when you get it. This is going to be a sale of stuff that junk journalers will enjoy, and I hope other people will enjoy too. So let me show you really quick some of the stuff I have. Adrian, can you hand me my fashion journal kit? It's those two pieces there. Okay, so I have some bingo card kits. These bingo cards are from 1930. I wrote it down somewhere. Both of this. Put that where I can reach it to. 1939. You get 5 of them. You get five, or even more than 5. It looks like 10. From these are from 1993. These are obviously newer. And then from the same 1939 kit, you get. Oh. This is not one of the kits. Okay. Well, anyway, you get 5 of these, and I'm pretty sure you get 5 of those. And then you get you get some of these. I can't believe I'm so good at this. Where are my bingo kits? This is not one of the kits. This was the leftovers. Can you see if you can find my bingo kits? Okay. Some other things. So these are pages from this very, very cool Chinese language book from 1962. You will get 6 folios. Thank you. Which is, the double-sided page, 2 pages. So you'll get, it's actually 12 pages, 12 pages. Yeah. Or 24 sides of this very, very cool Chinese language paper. It's big. There's that. There's these very neat, stamp collector pages. There's 10 pages in that one. These are so cool. This one's going to be an auction because I literally have no idea how to price them. But look, they're very old. Look how cool. They're blueprints. Some of them are dated and some of them are not. Let me see if this one is. I have a ton of these. These are, can you even see? Look at how cool those are. This one is not dated. I don't see a date on this one. The ones that are dated are early 1900s. So like 1912, 1930. How cool are they? So I have a ton of these to sell today. Aren't they neat? They're super, super neat. I'm in love with those. So they were already folded. Here's my bingo kit. Not the leftovers. So here's what you get in your bingo kit. You get 3 of these 1939 cards, 3 of these 1993 cards, and then you get 3 of the little wooden buttons and 3 of the little like neon pink clear plastic, like acetate or something, markers that came with the original 1939 kit bingo game. Very cool. I found all of this stuff and I don't really know. Oops, that's not supposed to be there. Know what exactly. These are folders And they have this like glue strip here. So what you're supposed to do is put all your pages in there and then you stick it in a machine that will like heat that glue up. And I'm wondering if my heat tool might heat that glue up so that the pages will stick in there and make a book. I don't know. It's worth a try. And then these are kind of a cardstock. I don't know if you can tell. I don't think you can. There's like a weird shadow. We don't have great lighting in here, but this is, oh, you know, Ruby has that ring light upstairs. It's got like a leather embossing on there, baby blue. And then you get several sheets of this acetate with the plastic or the paper in between. So those kits I have made. And then I have some paper packs. So let me show you a paper pack. I keep, okay, so this is the exact paper pack. They're all roughly the same. You get an envelope, and in the envelope is little ephemera. You get a vintage photograph, a negative, a library catalog card, a little handful of Project Life cards, couple of big Project Life cards, a vintage recipe card, and a Kate Spade, just little, this is just a little note card, super cute, and a couple of, looks like 3 recipe cards from Betty Crocker Recipe Card Library from the 70s. Adrian's getting us a little bit more light. This is why we're doing it this way, so we can get all this stuff worked out. I've never done a live sale before, you guys. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Oh, you can do it with a curling iron, Leslie said. That's interesting. I hadn't thought of it. You just hold the curling iron up against the spine and it will heat it up enough. That's good to know. There or just on the floor? That seems dangerous. Okay, and then this is one of my favorite little tools. It's like a index, it's a manila folder, but it has these 3 flippy, I call them flippies, but they're it's probably not the technical term, but 3 little sections. So in the first little section, you're going to get, these are so packed full. You're going to get this kind of, oops, 19, I think these are definitely vintage. They have a very 70s feel to me. Postcard. This is a vintage 1963, 1964 child's report card from North Carolina Public Schools. That's just a kind of a tally sheet, a book page, couple of book pages. All of them have one with just the chapter and then one with a full page. This is from a Trixie Belden book, a vintage one. That's a coffee filter that I dyed with Blueberry PT. These are pages from a 1941 cookbook. I also dyed this with Blueberry PT. Oh, well, we're gonna do our best. This is a piece of watercolor paper that I rust dyed with a vintage. I dyed this with a rusty vintage ceiling tin, like part of one. Just hold the thing to the spine. That's super cool. Thank you for telling me that. This is a game card from a game called Pokino. Poker and Keno had a baby, and it's called Pokino. There's 3 pages, so 1 folio and then 1 extra page from a really cool 1950s atlas. This is some, I love this so much. So this is some wallpaper. Adrian wanted to wallpaper her whole bathroom in this one. It's cute. And then you also get Mr. Washington, I think, or one of his contemporaries. Yes, the rust paper comes in the kit. A little piece of really sweet vintage wrapping paper, and I was looking at it and I was like, oh, like, why is there a spider web? It's always Miss Muffet and like Jack and Jill went up the hill, and the little boy blue, and Mary quite contrary. So that was really cute. I'm gonna put this together when we're done back together, because this one is one of the ones that is being sold. I have 10 of these to sell tonight. In the second section, you get pages from a magazine called Needlecraft for Today. So you get a pattern page and then just a regular page. This kind of really neat typography page from a vintage typography book. Oh, look at that, dude. Yikes. So this is mostly book pages. This is like from a, you'd hang them up like they're banner, like a banner, and there's several. I had a bunch of them, so I put one in each one. These are really cool. I use them for stencils. They make really cool stencils. This is a page from a book I got that was all full of, I'd never seen anything like it, but it's actual canvas, like fabric canvas, and it's coated on the back so you can paint on it. So everybody got a page of that. Oh, this is like, you can't see, but it's scored, so you can fold it and make like a book cover or a card. Some like just lined paper. These are pages. Oh, this is from a book called The Volume Library. That's one of my favorite things of all time. I love it. I kind of hoard it, but I gave you guys pages. So you got a page from the History of American Education section, the Biographical Dictionary section, and the Arithmetic section. This is a page from the coolest ledger I've ever seen so far with my own eyes. It's from 1913, and it's from a doctor. And you can see, like, he made house calls. They cost $1. Sometimes they cost $2. He made just dispensed medicine, like 10 cents, 40 cents. And then some of them he delivered a baby. Not this one, but on some of them he delivered a baby, and it's like twin girls, $15. Oh, really, Pat? This is the weirdest pad of paper I've ever seen. It wins that award. It's a whole pad of just this part of a calendar. So I put one of those in there. This is part of a vintage poster for like maybe a photography class or something. So I was able to cut it into enough pieces to give everybody a piece. But this is nice and thick, so you could use it as a cover for a junk journal. I tried to make sure, if you're brand new to junk journaling and you just are learning how to do it, that there's stuff in here that you could make a couple junk journals, covers, pages, embellishments. And in the last little section, we just have more. This is a really cool, it's from a children's magazine from, I don't know if you can see that, 1937. Everybody got a sheet of that. I don't know, this old paper is so cool. Everything I can get to, Leslie, and some of it will be auctioned and some of it will just be sold. These will just be sold, not auctioned. I just going to put a price on them, and people can just buy them. This is from somebody, like a scrapbook of where someone has glued in from the 70s. It's from the 1970s. Like, there's Eisenhower. They kept magazine clippings, and I had a scrapbook of that, so I put a page in everybody's. This is one of I love using these folders for covers. Or they're not folders, they're envelopes, but I like these craft ones that are this darker color than the kind of yellowish manila. This is a piece of calligraphy paper that feels so nice and pretty. I love it. It's a page from a yearbook. These remind me of like Tim Holtz people. You can just cut them out and kind of mess around with them. This is just a page from an art book. Pretty cool. And this is a piece of eco printed multimedia paper that I did with leaf. Oh, that still got the leaf on it. That I did with leaves from my garden. That one, the leaf didn't come all the way out. So I liked how those turned out. And there's a little hibiscus tea in there. Hi, Denny. I'm so glad you did too. I'm not doing my sale on this channel. I just wanted to do a like preview so you guys can know, because I know a lot of Ninja writers, so I'm going to email out this little video out to the whole list so that I'm not going to put this together right now on this video, but that's one of the, that whole paper pack will be in there. So if you want to, I know Denny, you want to learn how to do junk journals, this kit will give you enough to make like a bunch of stuff.
Tell her where
the auction, it's in the description for this video. You'll see it's the Vintage Hippie. I was a little scared to do my own video, my first sale on my own site in case nobody came. So I'm doing it on someone else's, and they're very sweet to do that for me. So I put together another kit. This one is a fashion, like vintage fashion inspired one. I'm not going to take this one all apart. I will on the sale, but you get more eco printed paper, like a third of this really cool vintage fashions magazine from the 80s. And everybody gets a paper doll. So this one has, who is that? This one has Charlotte Colbert, or Claudette Colbert. Claudette Colbert. And you just get all kinds of, I'll go through this in detail on the thing. And then you also get a baggie here that has, like, you get a full vintage pattern, a man's silk tie, some fabric, this really pretty, like silk with sequence fabric, a little bag of trims, and a bag of buttons. So these are, I'm going to show you really quick, rather than take time to go through this, I'm going to show you really quick what I made with my kit so you can see. So my kit was inspired, what I made was inspired by Desperately Seeking Susan, Denise and Rosita. Yes. It's 9 to 11 tonight. Yes, Denny. So I found this suitcase at a garage sale. The second, I mean, literally the day I was like, hey, I know my fashion junk journal needs to be Desperately Seeking Susan. I need a suitcase to put it in. And then I found this little itty bitty teeny tiny suitcase at a garage sale. Let me make sure you can see. So see, I made all of this with my kit. And there's all kinds of stuff. This is her little sketchbook. So this is like that, that calligraphy paper in there. You get a piece of this poster. So you can, you know, so there's the trim, there's that, peachy fabric with the sequins. This is her like inspiration journal, I guess. This is the junk journal that I made. Oops. So it has, you know, inside here are these, is a folder is one. This is one, I feel like that opens more, maybe not. This is one signature, and then there's two with paper. So the papers that are in the kit. I'm going to try to be quick here, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I think it turned out super adorable. Oh, these are papers that, so then I have this, I made a false bottom. This is just made out of the back of a, like a dollar store sketchbook, the chipboard that's at the back of a sketchbook. So it was junk, you know, that normally would get thrown away. And I just Mod Podged on pattern that comes in your kit. And then I just used some acrylic paint that's like 50 cents at Walmart. And I just, and a credit card, and smooshed it on there to make it look pretty. So that's her, that's the false bottom. And then inside, this is like a little folder I made. That's my rusted paper. I used a little bit of alcohol ink that I diluted a lot in water to paint it. I think it looks like a treasure map. And this one has a little envelope, a little folder. I put some pictures in there, like maybe this is where she keeps her family photos. And then I made her a little notebook. So that's in there. There's one of my bent buttons. And then I made her a little swatch book. So there's more of that fabric. And I just kind of, I just made it with, this is canvas. You know what it is? It's a piece of a tarp I got for like $8 at the Harbor Freight. and then I rusted it. I actually have some of this rusted fabric. If you guys, let me know in the chat, because if you think that you would like to buy a piece of this, I will sell it to you cheap. Just let me know. I love making it so much, and then like there's only so much one human can use. So if you think you would like a square of this rusted fabric, will you let me know in the chat, and I will be happy to bring some of that tonight. And then I just put the button on there and the little elastic to keep it closed. But isn't that cute? Cute, cute. And then I had this candy tin just at my house. I'm pretty much everyone has one. If you don't have one, go to Walmart and buy some Altoids. And then I got a little like $1.47 sewing kit at Walmart and just put it inside there. And I glued on some beads. And then I Mod Podged on this picture on the back from one of the magazine pages. And then I took some of the fabric that's in there and so this is what I do with why I gave you a men's tie. This is one of my favorite ways to close a junk journal is with a man's tie, the skinny end. So that's what I did there. And I gave you one so you could do it. And this is the top or some more of the tie. And then I just made a little roll for colored pencils because, you know, she's an artist, my girl here. So that is what I did with this kit. Okay, thank you, Leslie. I will bring them to the sale today for sure. I have so much fun making them, and my husband's like, how much how much rusted fabric does one woman need anyway? That's not the point. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, and I wanted to show you one more little kit. Oh man. Well, I found the. Do you see what I did with the? Oh, there it is. So I had these little postcards, which are Cicely Mary Barker is the artist. These are from the 1800s. The cards are not; they're modern. But what is her name? That's her name, right? Cicely Mary Barker. From so the first copyright for these was 1925. They are not, the copyright was renewed in 2013. So they are not out of copyright or even close. However, I'm just selling the cards. So you're not gonna be able to make a copy of them, but they're so cute. So this is the Ragwort Fairy from the Flower Fairies of the Summer book, 1925. Isn't that adorable? So I was like, okay, I'm going to make an example of what I would do with one of these cards. And I made this little junk journal cover with mine. So it's, this was my fairy that I did. And then a fabric spine that I Mod Podged. I like Mod Podging on these because it stiffens them up a little bit. It like gives them a little structure. And then there's a piece of this typography paper. This is that brown file folder that I was telling you about. And this is a page from a book that I just glued. And then I put a little bit, I Mod Podged it on, and then I put a little bit of gold embossing powder on there to make it shimmery. And I attached it, I closed the ends of it with these brass brads. And then I put a sewed vintage button on. It's not going to focus. And then I just left the thread that I sewed it on with so that as a tail so that I could that would be the closure. So then I would sew a signature in there. I thought, well, you know what I'm going to do? Because I was just going to sell the cards, right? Like I put together 2 cards, little packs. So there is 2 like a little packs with 2 of these postcards in them. But I thought, what if I put together little kits where you can make your own little cover? So I did. And these are only going to be $5, you guys. They're so adorable. So you get a card, you get a piece of that 1940s cookbook, a piece from that typography book, a small folder, which is plenty big enough to make the back of your junk journal cover, and a piece of cardstock in case you'd rather use that. So you get both of those, and then you get a little cute, adorable, like this is like a paper sandwich bag with some, let's see, what did I put in here? 3 vintage brass brads. I like the vintage ones. They're way sturdier than like the ones you would get at Walmart right now. And these have like a cool kind of patina to them. And a piece of fabric ribbon that I cut that you can use. This is the same fabric I used for my the spine here. So you would use half of it for the outside, and then you would also put it on in the inside. And then some thread, because as you can see, I stitched around the outside to make it pretty, and also sewed on my button. So you get a, didn't have enough of like the same button to give everybody the same one, but I gave everyone a cool white vintage button. Come on, baby. That's not gonna. A cool white vintage button, and then a little thing of like variegated cotton thread, embroidery thread, if you wanted to sew around the edges, or at the very least to sew on your, that's enough to sew around the edges and to sew on your button. So isn't that adorable? That's adorable, you have to admit. So we also have some, yeah, we have some little bead kits that Adrienne put together. Here's her example. So these are to make, look how cute these are. Dangle. Ooh, how do I show that?
Where's the clip?
There. So, okay. So these are dangles for the edge of your junk journal. Like if you had a junk journal like this, it would hang from the edge there. Oh man, now see, that needs to go on there. See how cute that is? And they're just beaded. So this is an example, one that Adrienne made, but we don't have time to make a bunch of these to sell. So what she did was put together little kits so you can make your own. So it's got everything you need and more to make a little dangle for your.
Those are to make that exact dangle.
So these little, there's 5 of them here, and they'll make this exact dangle. So it has this big rock bead, and then all these little seed, like color beads and whatever, and all the little pins and jump rings. It can actually, there's enough in here to make 2. So you get 2 kind of one blue one and I think a wooden bead for the second one. But there's enough to make 2 dangles in one of these kits.
And this one's pink and teal, and it has a pink gem and a little butterfly button.
Oh yeah, so this is another one she made. This one's more pink and teal, and then there's a purple one. Oh, and these are little turquoise ones, but this one has like a ceramic bead in it. That's really pretty.
This one would have a little tiny pig.
And this is a pink one, and the bead. Look, I don't know if I can show you without pouring the whole thing out, which I will do on our sale. But the bead is like a little pig. Look, oink oink.
So this one has
purple.
A little butterfly angel thing, and it's purple.
This is and this one is more purples. So she had made a bunch of those.
Vintage bead.
Oh, and this one has vintage beads in it. A giant one and a smaller jadeite one. So cool. And then she made these little bead kits, like if you wanted to really get into beading. Look how cute that is. You get all the little ceramic ones, some vintage ones. Super cute. Mm-hmm. Yes, you totally could, Denny. She said, I can see how we could lose ourselves in such a project. And then you get a little baggie with like earring finding, like all the different findings to get started doing beading. If you want, I'm gonna let you close that. So those are some of the things. Oh, I wanted to show you, like this is what the cover that I made with those flippy folders. So this is one I made. I was in, Rosemary Morris has a YouTube channel. It's the Rusty Peacock, and at some point she does caboodle kits every month. At some point she did one that was Art Nouveau style, and it used these flippy folders, and I was not aware of her at that point, so I didn't buy one, which makes me very sad, but I watched the videos and I made one anyway. So this is like, here's the folder itself. As you can see, I just folded it down. So that was the whole folder, and then I folded it down rather than cut it off. And then this is the back part. Look and see, I used brads to connect the ends, and then it made folders here and here. And I don't know, I just think it turned out super adorable. These are just regular file folders that I dyed with blueberries. And then they were too long, so I cut them down. Then I cut the tab. I made tabs again, and I like kind of mismatched them to glue, you know, so they would have tabs. So there's 6 of these. So this is like a portfolio, and I think it goes very well with the junk journal. Fashion junk journal, and then I put a little like blue book type thing in here. It's so cute. I think it's so adorable. I love this book. And there's another man's tie. I really love using men's ties as ties. I like collect them. And we'll see if we get to them, but I have some record albums, and I wanted to show you guys what I do. I love record album covers are like my secret weapon. So here's what I made. I made like a little, it's got like an accordion fold there. They make perfect, fantastic junk journal covers. The weight is just fine. It's just great. They have interesting art on them. So this is this cover is made out of a record album. Look, isn't that clever? I put cork in there so I can use pins to, this was my one that I made just from stuff I got at that one trip to the thrift store. But see, like here I made a pocket out of a little bit of that cover, and I made this little these little flippy things. I use the words flippy things a lot, I think. To hold those things down. So I have a few, we'll see. I can send the album if you want it. I don't even know what condition they're in because I don't look at the albums. This has got a little, so that's what slides in behind this is a little notebook. Anywho, I don't check I just buy them for the covers, so I can look at the albums themselves and ship them. It would be a lot cheaper if you just didn't care about the album. I can just send the cover. It will be totally up to you. I think I've got lots and lots of books. We've got some magazines. Oh, I have these really neat things. Some stuff I'm doing auction because I don't even know what to charge for them, but look how cool these are. They're vintage specimen boxes from the Natural History Museum in Pittsburgh. So they're just these little boxes that someone made. Like you can tell that they cut this down and it's a upcycled, and then it's got a hole cut in it. The glass is there, but it doesn't attach. So personally, I think I would glue those in there. But then somebody wrote with a white pen, like in this beautiful script, what it is that they have found that's in there. So I have 5 of those. I got, we'll see. I think I'm going to auction these because I have literally no clue. I have just no idea what to charge for these, but they're very, very neat. What else do I have? Oh, we have microfiche cards. These ones are really neat because they're stamped with the government documents. Like if you were going to make a spy type junk journal, these would, they'd be your jam. Oh, speaking of spy junk journals, I am going to auction one off, my junk journal, which is a spy junk journal one I made. I have this habit of making them and then I never want to get rid of them, but I'm going to see how it goes with this one. So I have also a thing with, I love to put junk journals in boxes. I like to make boxes full of all kinds of things that tell a story. So this was a vintage first aid tin that I got. And I Mod Podged on, so I did layers. Like I Mod Podged and then I sanded. Then I Mod Podged and I sanded. So it's super smooth. And the picture is from a 1930s magazine. Look how cute this is. So when I started making this, I told my younger daughter, okay, this lady is either a journalist or a spy. And Ruby was like, well, she's clearly a spy. So I was like, all right, then. So there's her press pass. That's why I thought she might be a journalist, but Ruby insisted. And then this is just a little folder that I made. And it has some journaling. These are all blank on the back. They have like brown paper glued onto the back of them. So you could journal on the back if you wanted. But these would be her like fake documents, you know, because she's a spy. And this is a just like a little oh, before we start tonight, I need to sew that in. I just realized that's not sewed in. But this is a little journal. I figure this might be where she would this might be where she would keep all of her secrets, right? Like this is where she would take notes on her current spy job. This is a little envelope with just some more ephemera in there. There's a picture, some stamps, and a page from, oh, this is from that volume library. This I think is from the dictionary part of it. So that's in there. There's cool little envelope. In here I have just some more little pieces. These are Tim Holtz paper. Oh, see? Spy. So these are her, I just stuck this whole thing in there so that whoever gets this can do something with it because I just got these, so I haven't had time to do anything else, but I gave her a government documents microfiche. And then there's this. This is very old nylon and it's not in great condition, but I loved how it looked anyway, so I kept it on there. But this is just the false bottom. It's a piece of chipboard, and this is a ad from that same 1930s magazine, and that's the back of it. And then what do we have in here? Little box inside there. Oh, this is so cute. So this is like a little vintage matchbook, except it's files, and I just decorated it because I thought she would totally be the kind of lady who would carry files with her. And I just made her a little notebook. Super cute. And this is a tag. I think I just, for some reason, that made me think of a decoder. Can you see that? It's alphabet. This is her decoder ring. And then this little flippy folder with pictures and stuff in it. And then this is super cute. This is her, I think I need to sew this too. I'm gonna have to do this before 9 o'clock tonight. This is her passport. Look how cute that is. So it's a junk journal made to look like a passport office. But I need to go ahead and sew that together, which I just now realized I didn't do. And last thing in here is these little pictures, a little pack of pictures that I thought were really cool and might be like pictures that she needs to identify where she's supposed to meet her mark or something along those lines. So I'm going to auction this one off tonight and we'll see how it goes. That is just, I don't think I have anything else really to show you guys. I have a ton of stuff. I have all of these like vintage playing cards, millions of them, tons of books. I have some piano rolls I'm definitely going to sell today because I promised someone that I would. So I put together some cool ones of those to sell tonight. Books and books and books. Some vintage like supplies, like paper and office type supplies that I think are really cool, and I hope that you agree. And I think that's about it. So don't forget, you need to go down and register at the emails by sending me your YouTube name, your PayPal email address, your real name, and your address, so I can send you your stuff. Hi, Susan. To ninjawritersshop@gmail.com. Susan, I was just doing a little preview of my stuff and I'm going to email this out to Ninja Writers so they know how to do an auction. So real quick, how an auction or a sale works is if I have lots of the same item, it'll be A, B, and C, and you'll just bid on it with the same price. You won't bid on it. You'll just tell me how many you want. We'll do auctions where I'll start it out at a certain amount, and you will, if you want it, you'll bid that amount, and someone might bid you, and then you bid them up, just like a regular auction. It's actually not all that hard. I think that's about it. So I will see you 9 p.m. That's in 50 minutes. You guys, I am nervous. You guys are going to be there, right? You're going to be there.
She needs some familiar faces.
Yes, names at least. Okay, well, this was supposed to be a 15-minute live stream. It has now been 40 minutes, so clearly I'm not a fast talker. You all have a great evening. I will see you hopefully at 9 p.m. Bye. You'll be there. Yay.